Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets with glee, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, see does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Thank you. It is my honor to welcome you to the University of Idaho's 2025 Spring Commencement. This is a special time when our university gathers to celebrate our students as they complete their course of study and begin a new chapter in their lives. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Chandra Zenner Ford, Center Executive Officer for Southwest Idaho.
Thank you, Tim, and thank you for your service as our Vice Chair of Faculty Senate and representing Southwest Idaho. I would also like to congratulate you on your recent election to the chair of all of Faculty Senate. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2025 University of Idaho Boise Commencement Ceremony. Before we proceed, I want to acknowledge that our U of I campus and statewide centers reside on the ancestral homelands of 5 federally recognized nations: the Coeur d'Alene Tribe, Kootenai Tribe of Idaho, the Nez Perce Tribe, the Shoshone-Bannock Tribe of the Fort Hall Reservation, and the Shoshone-Paiute tribes of the Duck Valley Indian Reservation. We strive to foster collaboration, mutual understanding, and learning that supports tribal priorities in education, economic development, and research. It is an honor for me to stand before you and this distinguished platform. On behalf of everyone on the Southwest Idaho U of I team, welcome to this important celebration and milestone for our graduates. First, I want to extend a personal thank you to Peyton McGriff, this year's commencement speaker. You will learn more about Peyton, but for now, I want to point out that she is a proud alum who has leveraged an opportunity given to her as an undergraduate in Moscow into something far beyond anyone's imagination. I guarantee you will be inspired by Peyton's story. Thank you, Peyton. As I said, it's an honor to be here and share this special time for our graduates. You should know we are celebrating graduates whom have helped us make history. The University of Idaho recently met its $500 million goal to raise private funds in support of our students, programs, and faculty. I bring this up not to ask you for money today, but because it is a historic milestone as we are the first nonprofit in the state of Idaho to reach such a goal. But I also bring it up because the theme of the campaign is brave, bold, and unstoppable. I love this tagline, and I hope you, as graduates of the University of Idaho, carry on this legacy and make your own lives brave, bold, and unstoppable. Being armed with the University of Idaho degree is kind of like having a certificate in bravery and boldness, don't you think? I just hope you leave here today feeling unstoppable when it comes to your life's journey. The fact that you stand before us today means you have already adopted this Vandal attitude to some degree. So take it to heart and keep making us proud. Speaking of proud, I want to highlight just a few personal stories from the class of 2025. A great example is Faustine Moulton, who graduates from the College of Law today. While earning her degree, she served as both the vice president of the Women's Law Caucus and the executive editor of the Idaho Law Review. Faustine was also one of 3 law students who represented U of I in the National Moot Court competition. Upon graduation, she will serve as a clerk for U.S. Magistrate Judge Deborah Grasham and plans to join Holland and Hart after finishing the clerkship. Another outstanding example is Mason Miles. He graduates today from the College of Art and Architecture with a master's degree. In April of 2024, Mason was one of 5 selected worldwide to the T-Space Architecture Residency. The residency is an extremely competitive program founded by internationally acclaimed architect Stephen Hull. At the end of the summer residency, Mason traveled to New York to visit the grounds of the T-Space campus and nearby architectural sites. Dara McCarthy is another amazing example. Dara graduates today from the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences with her doctorate in education. She has been a school counselor for over 10 years at Pathways, an alternative middle school in Meridian. Her research aims to advance leadership in alternative school settings, and Dara looks forward to sharing the findings of her study with other school leaders. I would also like to call out the family and friends here. You deserve much credit for the role you played as advocate and reinforcement for your graduate. To all of you cheering a graduate on, thank you for joining us and for being their champion. Your supporting role cannot be overstated. Yay! The University of Idaho will confer degrees from almost every college tonight. The College of Law is our largest group and loudest group, but we also have bachelor's degrees, master's, PhDs, and specialist degrees across multiple colleges, offering programs from Southwest Idaho and Moscow, including the College of Art and Architecture, the College of Engineering, College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences, College of Agricultural and Life Sciences, College of Natural Resources, College of Business and Economics, College of Science, and College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences. Congratulations. And I also want to thank and take a moment to recognize all of our brave, bold, and unstoppable faculty here today. Your role as mentors and advocates for our students is transformative. We celebrate you today as well and acknowledge the Vandal academic journey would not be possible without you. Thank you. And finally, I have another thank you to make. I would especially like to thank the entire commencement team in the Registrar's Office and University Support Services here from Moscow, led by Lindsay Brown and Ryan Watson. And a very special shout out goes to our Boise-based commencement team of Denise Engebrecht, Stephanie Fox, Donna Stolaroff, and Lily Pipey. We also appreciate the group of volunteers serving as marshals. Please join me in thanking the U of I staff who made sure this day is special for everyone. It is always a great day when you gather to formally welcome more talent to the Vandal family, as our newest group of University of Idaho alumni walk across the stage. The Vandal family membership is exceptional and will intersect in many different ways throughout your life. It will be a strong thread where you not only find a meaningful professional network, but your most fierce and loyal friends. If there is one person who sets the standard for fierce and loyalty, not to mention brave, bold, and unstoppable, it is our leader, Scott Green. He is a Boise native, a Boise High graduate, and earned his accounting degree from the University of Idaho in 1984. His loyalty brought him back to Idaho in 2019 after many years of professional accomplishments on the East Coast. President Green has led us through over six years of truly unexpected challenges. We have had our best days and worst days navigating those challenges, but here we are on the other side, a more resilient university celebrating many milestones and positioned for an incredibly bright future. And that bright future for Idaho is reflected in all of you. You can be proud to be part of the green era. I know I am extremely proud to be a member of this team who gets up every day to make sure all of this magic happens. It is my pleasure to introduce the 19th president of the University of Idaho, Scott Green.
Thank you, Shanda. We appreciate your leadership here in Southwest Idaho and your tireless advocacy for our university. Students, parents, families, deans, faculty, and honored guests, welcome to the University of Idaho, our state's flagship land-grant institution. I would like to introduce the people seated on the platform today, and please stand as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until all are announced. Jerry McMurtry, Dean, College of Graduate Studies. Brooke Blevins, Dean, College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. Aviva Abramowski, Dean, College of Law. Gabrielle Portanishi, Associate Dean, College of Engineering. Shauna Corey, Dean, College of Art and Architecture. Matt Duman, Associate Dean, College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. Jen White, Executive Director, State Board of Education. Lindsey Brown, University Registrar. Tim Murphy, Boise Faculty Senate Representative. Chandra Zenner Ford, Center Executive Officer for Southwest Idaho. Nicole Hoque Nunez, Graduate Professional Student Association Representative and student speaker tonight. Going to be a treat. Kate Belt, Student Bar Association Representative. Peyton McGriff, Founder and CEO, Style Her Empowered. Tori Lawrence, Provost and Executive Vice President. Juan Luis Corona, Director at Large, University of Idaho Alumni Association. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you your distinguished platform party. You may be seated. This is the 130th commencement year for the University of Idaho. More than 132,000 students have earned more than 141,000 degrees since the first graduates walked across our stage way back in 1896. That tradition continues today. More than 2,200 graduates are joining the ranks of Vandal alumni this spring. A University of Idaho education illuminates and elevates not just students, but also the communities across our state and around the world. This is especially true for our first-generation students. If you are the first in your family to earn a college degree, please stand and remain standing. Remain standing. As a first-generation student and now a first-gen college graduate, you've navigated significant challenges. You're great examples and guiding lights for your families and for your communities. Congratulations to you and your loved ones. Thank you, and you can sit down now. The Vandal family is filled with trailblazers and pioneers. We take challenges head on and aren't afraid to explore uncharted territory. I'd like to take a few moments to highlight some examples of your lineage as University of Idaho graduates. Our land-grant mission calls for military training, and we have a rich military tradition. The U of I graduate General James Amos from Wendell, Idaho, served in the Marine Corps for 42 years, rising to the top rank of commandant. During his years leading the Corps, Amos focused on working with other military branches and international allies, and he helped modernize the Marine Corps to meet evolving global threats. Lieutenant General Eric Peterson from Boise was commissioned from our own Chrisman Battalion and rose through the Army ranks to become Director of Force Development for the U.S. Army, and then served as Deputy Chief of Staff for the G8 in the Pentagon. U.S. Navy veteran Jim McClure from Payette earned his law degree at the U of I before serving 3 terms representing Idaho in the U.S. Senate. McClure's legacy lives on at the U of I through the McClure Center for Public Policy Research right here in Boise. Sharon Allen grew up in tiny Kimberly, Idaho, with plans to be a teacher. but her roommate at the University of Idaho convinced her to take on an accounting class, which sparked a passion and led to her prolific career. In 2003, Allen became the first woman to serve as chairman of Deloitte, the largest professional services network in the world. She now serves on the board of directors for several prominent organizations, including Bank of America, the John F. Kennedy School of Government, and the National Board of the YMCA. University of Idaho alum Frank Schranz from Boise worked nearly 30 years at Boeing before taking the reins of the company and leading it to new heights. As CEO, he was known for his humility and calm demeanor, as well as his innovation. Schranz led Boeing through a growth market, a recession, and then a restructuring that led to the creation of the 777, one of the most successful commercial planes ever put into service. Vandal alum Thomas Mueller, who grew up in St. Mary's, is on the cutting edge of space exploration. He was the second employee at SpaceX and designed the Merlin engine that powers the Falcon rocket. Mueller continues to innovate and explore new frontiers in space transportation with his company Impulse, and they are quickly becoming one of the space transportation leaders and have plans to ferry payloads to Mars in the near future. In addition to soaring to great heights, Vandals also excel on the ground. If you're from the Treasure Valley, you will likely know the name Kristen Armstrong. She earned her bachelor's degree in exercise science at the U of I before becoming the most decorated U.S. women's cyclist in history. Armstrong won 3 straight Olympic gold medals, 2 world championships, and 6 U.S. championships. We're proud to name the bike path through the Moscow campus in Armstrong's honor. On the football field, NFL Hall of Famer Jerry Kramer from Sandpoint starred for the Vandals before becoming a Green Bay Packers legend. One of Kramer's teammates at Idaho was Boise High grad Wayne Walker, who went on to play 15 years and a franchise record 200 games for Kramer's rival, the Detroit Lions. And few schools recruited Mark Schlereth out of high school in Anchorage, Alaska, but he became a Vandal, and he became a legend as an offensive lineman on some of the best Idaho teams ever, while enduring 29 surgeries. I'm sure he earned them too. During his professional life, Schlereth won 3 Super Bowls. I have no doubt that there are many Vandals wearing regalia here today who will be remembered as leaders, trailblazers, innovators, and champions. In fact, you can already lay claim to the fact you are the first graduates from the University of Idaho under our new Carnegie R1 research designation. Progress often requires patience and perseverance, and our journey to Carnegie R1 was no different. The University of Idaho has been our state's research leader for well over a century. But just this year, we joined the top 4% of research universities in the country as an R1 institution. And you helped us get here with your commitment, perseverance, teamwork, factors that will serve you well as you embark on your careers. It will also help the generations to come by providing access to research experiences that make a U of I education truly unique. As graduates, I encourage you to continue to be curious, continue to learn, and continue to collaborate in ways that uplift others as you blaze new trails, lean on the Vandal network to help you chart your path. You may face setbacks, but the grit and determination that led you to this graduation stage have also prepared you for the challenges ahead. Congratulations, graduates, and go Vandals! Now, as I look over all these graduates, I know that none of you accomplished this goal on your own. You were supported by friends and family and people you care about and people who care deeply for you. So graduates, stand and take a moment to express your appreciation to those in the audience who have supported you along this journey. You may be seated. Well, that was pretty tame in the audience, I'm just saying, you know. I think you might be saving this up for when they come up here, right? Awesome. It's a privilege to have a representative from the Idaho State Board of Education here today to help us celebrate our graduates. Jennifer White was appointed Executive Director of the State Board by Governor Brad Little this spring. White graduated from Valley View High School and earned her bachelor's degree at Willamette University before earning her Juris Doctorate at University of Washington School of Law. She has served in numerous roles, including as an in-house counsel for a large corporation and a litigator at a law firm in Washington, D.C. She also worked for Governor Dirk Kempthorne and then Lieutenant Governor Jim Risch. Executive Director White, will you please bring greetings to our graduates?
The Idaho State Board of Education is the governing body for all public K-12 and higher education institutions in the state of Idaho. And on behalf of the members of the Idaho State Board of Education, I bring greetings and gratitude to our graduates, their families, and their friends. We are so proud of your achievements. You have worked hard, and today you graduate from Idaho's land-grant institution and become part of its storied history. The State Board of Education and I wish you the very best for your future, and we look forward to seeing all of your successes. Congratulations, and go Vandals!
Thank you, Executive Director White, for being with us today and for your service to this university and the state of Idaho. It's an honor today to introduce today's commencement speaker, Peyton McGriff. As a University of Idaho senior, Peyton learned about the barrier to education that school uniforms cause for millions of girls around the world. She set out to tackle this problem through her nonprofit organization, Style Her Empowered, also known as SHE. Peyton's organization that began as a class project now serves more than 2,000 girls across 22 villages in rural Togo. She designed the first school uniform that expands up to 6 inches and 1 foot in length, allowing girls to wear them for many years. She now employs 45 women across the globe and operates a zero-waste apparel production center. Peyton was a NASDAQ milestone marker and the 2022 Idaho Woman of the Year. She finished in the top 5 in last year's CNN Hero voting and has been highlighted by Oprah Winfrey. Please take a moment to watch this video featuring Oprah's spotlight of Peyton's work and her CNN Hero Award.
A school uniform is more than a simple piece of clothing. In many countries, it is mandatory and it is an expense. So a dress can become a barrier to a girl's success or the key that empowers her to reach her potential. Peyton McGriff learned this as a college student after reading a book that opened her eyes to the oppression of women around the world. Peyton never forgot its lessons, and in her senior year, she developed a plan to provide uniforms to girls and pitched it to a professor from Togo, a country in West Africa. And get this, 11 days later, Peyton was in that country doing field research. Now, in just 7 short years, her college project became a reality. And today it is called Style Her Empowered, AKA SHE.
We're very proud to call Peyton a U of I alum. Please join me in welcoming our 2025 Spring Commencement Speaker, Peyton McGriff.
Thank you. That is the second time now I've followed Oprah, and it does not get any easier. But good afternoon, graduates, faculty, families, and friends. It is an incredible honor to be here with you today as you celebrate this milestone in your lives. To the class of 2025, congratulations. You have worked relentlessly to reach this moment, and today we celebrate your perseverance, your sacrifices, and your achievements. As an architecture minor myself, I know there were likely many long hours and more than one night of sleep sacrificed along the way. And to the family members, friends, and mentors who have supported these graduates, this is your celebration too. Your belief in these graduates has helped bring them to this moment, and for that, we thank you. As the wife of a recent law school graduate myself, I know that supporting a loved one through their grad program is not always the most glamorous or stress-free or even well-paying job you'll ever have. But your continued belief in the potential of your loved one is far more valuable than you may realize. So I hope you'll take some time to celebrate your loved ones today too, graduates. When I was asked to be your commencement speaker, I was deeply honored, but I also wondered what I could possibly say to a room full of such bright, ambitious, and accomplished individuals as you prepare to take your next steps into this world. But as I began reflecting on my own journey, I realized, there are quite a few lessons I've learned along the way, and many of them would have been helpful to learn before taking those steps. I was in your shoes just 8 years ago, and 2 weeks before my own graduation, I did something I never thought I would ever do. I turned down my dream job that I'd spent the last 5 months interviewing for to try to turn a class project into something more. Fast forward to today, and that class project is now my life's work, and it's provided more than 8,000 educational opportunities for girls in West Africa and employs 45 women in Togo in the US. And as cheesy as it may sound, I would truly not be where I am today without the incredible support of this Vandal community, many of whom I didn't meet while I was a student here, but who I've come to know in the years since I graduated. I want to encourage you all, stay connected to this community. The relationships you've built here and the people who have shaped you will continue to serve you in ways you may not yet understand. And as I thought about what has truly shaped my own journey, I realized that the skills that have served me best are curiosity, a willingness to be wrong, and being extremely intentional about the metrics by which I measure my life. So first, I encourage you to stay curious about your own potential, about the world in which you operate, and about your ability to leave this world better than you found it. Believe me, I am as surprised as anyone to see how far a sense of wonder and a healthy amount of naivete can take you. Curiosity will take you places you never expected. It will introduce you to people who will change your life, and it will help you uncover your own unique potential. For me, that curiosity began during my final semester right here at U of I. As an undergrad, I took an entrepreneurship class because I was curious to know what it might take to start a nonprofit much later in my life. As part of this class, I had to compete in entrepreneurship competitions toward the end of the semester. And because I'm a slightly competitive person, I started asking as many people as I could to help me refine my business model. That led me to meet a professor at U of I, Dr. Ro Afachao, who is from Togo, West Africa. He listened to my idea and said to me, I actually like this, and if you're serious about it, I will partner with you to start this for real, on one condition: you have to come to Togo first before we start. And make sure it's a good fit with the local community. So about 11 days after I met him, we were in Togo together researching barriers to education for girls. When I returned, I took what I'd learned back to my entrepreneurship competitions, and though I was the only nonprofit and only team of one in my category, I was able to win all of those competitions. And that prize money allowed me to turn down that job to launch what would actually become my dream. But curiosity is not just about launching a bold idea. It's about seeking to truly understand the world around us. When I arrived back in Togo after my graduation, my original business model was to teach girls to sew their own school uniforms so they could attend school and gain an income-generating skill. But on one pivotal day, I asked to experience a day in the life of Ilolo, the girl who inspired me to start my organization. And my understanding completely changed. That day, Ilolo and I woke up at 3:30 a.m. to prepare rice for her mother's business. We gathered food from the farm, collected firewood, cooked, cleaned, and cared for her siblings, all before she had a chance to get ready for school. At lunchtime, Ilolo came home, she cooked another meal, and then she washed dishes and ran back to school. And when finally school was finished for the day, she returned home to prepare dinner. By the time her chores were done, it was already dark outside, and Ilolo's house had no electricity. So together, we walked to the nearest street lamp, where she did her homework alongside dozens of other children with barely enough light to read the pages. On that day, I realized just how hard girls and millions of children around the world work every day to go to school. And just as importantly, I realized the importance of seeking deeper understanding, not just making assumptions. The business model I originally assumed would work simply wasn't going to. That day with Ilolo made it so clear to me that girls had no extra time in the day, and what they needed was not another responsibility, they needed more support. So that brings me to my second lesson. Be willing to be wrong. At first, I was very afraid to change the business model. People had invested in that original idea. Would they be disappointed or even skeptical if it changed? But what I've since learned is that the people who supported me weren't just invested in my idea. They were invested in me. And I can assure you that the people around you don't just believe in the degree you've earned today. They believe in you. So if you find yourself in a career that doesn't fit the way you thought it would, or you pursue an idea that won't work in its original form, don't be afraid to change your mind. Even your greatest ideas are best held loosely. The people who truly support you will believe in your ability to grow and evolve, not just the first job title you choose. When we shifted our model to hire local seamstresses instead of teaching students to sew, I realized we had uncovered another very important issue. The young women we were hiring as seamstresses, often girls between the ages of just 15 and 18 years old, had never stepped foot inside a classroom. I can so vividly remember the day when we handed our first two seamstresses their first paychecks, and both of them drew a circle as their signatures because they had never been taught how to write their own names. That moment inspired one of the most transformative parts of our work, our Paid to Learn employment program, where seamstresses from low-income backgrounds earn a thriving wage while receiving an education for the first time in their lives. Being wrong about the original model and listening to our community led to something far more impactful. And I can assure you that being courageous enough to change your mind will open doors that you may not even know are out there yet. And my final lesson is from this day forward, you get to choose the metrics by which you will measure your life. Do so with great intention. Throughout your education, success has been defined for you by metrics like your GPA. But from this day forward, that definition is up to you. Now, I've had the privilege of traveling the world, walking with people from so many different walks of life, and learning from some of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. And I would argue that the most universal measure of success is not how many doors you can open for yourself. It's how many doors you are willing to hold open for those who come behind you. The word changemaker gets used a lot in my field, but I don't believe starting a nonprofit halfway around the world is what makes someone a changemaker. It's having enough curiosity to uncover potential, enough creativity to develop it, and enough courage to act on it. Many of you have overcome tremendous barriers and worked incredibly hard to get here today. That is something to be so proud of. And I hope that as you step forward into your careers, you will use your knowledge, your connections, and your influence to hold those doors open for others and create opportunities. Graduates, today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. You leave here with greater knowledge, with broadened perspective, and with the support of this entire Vandal community. Stay connected to each other, keep learning, be bold enough to change your mind, and most importantly, use what you have gained here at U of I to make a difference, not just for yourselves, but for those around you. The world is waiting for you, class of 2025. Go out and change it for the better. Congratulations.
Thank you, Peyton, for sharing your remarkable story. It's truly an honor to have you with us this evening. And it's a privilege and a joy to work with all of our talented and committed student leaders. From the Student Bar Association to the Graduate and Professional Student Association to all of our many clubs and organizations, we have terrific students who care about our community and give back. I'd like to invite Nicole Joque Nunez, representing GPSA, to address our graduating students. Nicole?
Thank you, President Green, and thank you to the university leadership, the Commencement Committee for organizing this beautiful ceremony, and to the faculty, staff, and alumni who have made this day possible. It's an incredible honor to stand here today and celebrate so many brave souls who have poured their hearts into solving problems that often had no clear answers, and can proudly call themselves graduates of the University of Idaho, Boise's class of 2025. My name is Nicole Joque. I came to the US from Chile 5 years ago to pursue a PhD in civil engineering here at U of I, drawn by the program's ecological approach on river science and hydraulics. And when I first arrived, I didn't fully know what I was getting myself into. I had left behind the comfort of the familiar, my family, language, and culture, to step into a world that was equal parts exciting and uncertain. There was no instruction manual, and I was never quite sure if I was heading in the right direction. But finding my way ended up feeling a lot like how we do research. We ask a lot of questions, we try something, fail, and then we try again. Now, time in grad school has a very strange way of passing. The days feel long, the work endless, and yet here we are after a blink of an eye, and it's all behind us. Looking back, what strikes me most aren't the big milestones, but the slow, quiet growth in between. The kind that happens when experiments fail, or when code crashes unexpectedly, and when a supposed quick fix turns into weeks of troubleshooting. I've had my study site catch on fire, my equipment chewed up by squirrels, and I have had countless late nights that I've spent processing samples, redesigning experiments, and crossing my fingers that it would all work out. Now, in all of those moments, and I am sure that many of you have your own versions of this, we discovered perseverance. Not the flashy kind, but the steady, stubborn kind. The kind that isn't always seen, but slowly builds us from the inside out. Now, I often ask myself the question, if the person I was 1, 5, or 10 years ago could see me now, would she be proud? And I hope that for every one of you standing here today, the answer is yes. Because we've all made mistakes, but it's through those missteps that we've grown into who we are, and that is something to be proud of. If we keep showing up and moving forward, we'll get exactly where we're meant to go. But amidst all that hard work, there's another lesson, and it's the importance of presence. In the middle of pushing ourselves, we have to remember to look up, to notice the people around us, the beauty of small wins, and the magic of figuring something out after long stretches of confusion. I'm learning that achievement isn't just crossing the finish line, but it's also about fully experiencing the process. I used to think that joy came only after strain. I would say things like, I'll feel happy once I pass my final exam, or I'll feel successful when I publish my paper, or I will finally feel accomplished when I finish my PhD. But those are just milestones, and it's not fair to ourselves or to the effort that we put in to keep postponing joy. Throughout this journey, I have met many incredible people. I got to work in a beautiful national park and learned that joy isn't something that we earn once we're done. It's something that we practice along the way and share with those beside us. Because what makes this journey meaningful isn't where we end up, but who we become and who we bring with us along the way. And of course, not a single one of us here today has done it alone. I want to take a moment to thank my parents, who have done so much to give me the opportunities that they never had. Their sacrifice have shaped everything I've been able to do, and their belief in me, even from a distance, carried me through the toughest times of my life. To my mom, who flew across the continent today, or to be here today. I hope this makes you proud. And to all the incredible families, friends, mentors, teachers, allies, and loved ones, thank you. Thank you for being our support system, for encouraging us, and for reminding us that the work that we do matters. Whether you offered or showed us empathy, tough love, or simply stood by us when things got hard, you helped make this moment possible. We carry your support with us and will do our best to pay it forward. And to those who couldn't be with us, those we've lost or had to leave behind, we carry them with us today as well. For many, just getting to this moment took deep courage, shaped by grief, uncertainty, or personal hardship. If that's been part of your journey, you have every reason to be proud, not just for arriving, but for making it here with grace, strength, and persistence. Now, judging by the number of law degrees in the room, I may be one of those few whose thesis didn't involve case law or courtrooms, but instead spent most of my time knee-deep in field gear, code, and muddy samples. And I'll admit, I didn't expect to share the stage with so many future litigators. But even with different disciplines, our journeys have had a lot in common. We've been asking hard questions, we've been navigating uncertainty, and we've been trying, through persistence and purpose, to leave things better than we found them. As we take this next step, I hope we carry that mindset forward, not just chasing success, but contributing meaningfully and staying present along the way, to bring curiosity, integrity, and care into whatever comes next. In closing, I hope that we hold on to what this chapter has taught us, not just the knowledge that we've gained, but the resilience we've built, the friendships we've nurtured, and the quiet strength that comes from simply showing up. Let's carry those things with us. Let's keep asking questions, keep taking risks, and keep moving forward, even when the path isn't totally clear. But just as importantly, let's enjoy the journey. Let's appreciate the people beside us, the quiet moments that make it all worth it, and the joy that isn't waiting for us at the finish line, but walks with us the whole way. Thank you, congratulations, class of 2025, and go Vandals.
Thank you, Nicole. We also appreciate your inspiring words. I now invite Provost and Executive Vice President Tori Lawrence to the podium to recognize those receiving honors.
Thank you, President Green. The University of Idaho is committed to the pursuit of excellence. Today, we'll take a few moments to recognize the students who are graduating with special honors. Students, please stand as I call your honor designation and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until all honorees are standing. First, cum laude, with distinction. These students are wearing a bronze honor cord, and they are the top 10% of their college class. Will you please stand? Next, magna cum laude, with great distinction. They're signified by a silver honor cord. They are the top 6% of their college class. Will you please stand and remain standing? Summa cum laude, with highest distinction, signified by a gold honor cord. These students are the top 3% of their college class. Will you please stand and remain standing? I also ask that all members of other honor societies, honor organizations, veterans, and other honor cords to stand and be recognized. Please stand. To all of you, you have brought distinction to yourselves and to our university through your high achievements as both students and scholars. We honor your hard work and your commitment to learning, and we look to you for leadership in upholding high standards for yourselves and your peers. Thank you for what you have done, and congratulations. I would like to draw your attention to the recipients of the Doctor of Medicine degree awarded through our partnership with the University of Washington's WWAMI Medical Education Program. A list of WWAMI students who are completing their medical education is in your program. 3 of the 4 years of medical education can be completed in Idaho, in either Moscow or Boise. The University of Idaho is proud to be the lead Idaho institution for the WWAMI program for more than 50 years. Congratulations to those graduates. And the reason that brings us here today, we will begin the granting of degrees to all candidates who have met the requirements for the associate, baccalaureate, master's, specialist, and doctoral degrees. The requirements are set forth by the faculty at the University of Idaho and have been completed through formal study. Degrees will be conferred on all candidates present today, as well as upon those who have been duly excused. Will the candidates for the associate and bachelor's degrees please stand? President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to be awarded the undergraduate degree so earned.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the undergraduate degree earned with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You may be seated. Will the candidates for the master's and specialist degrees please stand? Each of you has completed rigorous advanced studies in academic disciplines. President Green, these candidates are recommended by their faculty to receive the master's or specialist degree so earned.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the master's degree or specialist degree so earned, with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the degrees Doctor of Philosophy and Juris Doctor please stand? Each of you has completed rigorous advanced studies in academic disciplines. President Green, these candidates are recommended by their faculty to receive the doctoral degree so earned.
So by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the doctoral degree so earned with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Please be seated. The University of Idaho awards posthumous degrees to students who have completed sufficient coursework prior to their untimely death. This is a moment for us to acknowledge the contributions of each student and celebrate their academic accomplishments with their families. This spring, we will award one posthumous degree, and we're very honored to have their family with us today. Alex Tabor has been recommended by the faculty of the College of Agricultural and Life Sciences to receive a posthumous bachelor's degree.
So by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon Alex Tabor the posthumous Bachelor of Science degree earned. In testimony whereof, his family will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho.
We will now begin the awarding of undergraduate degrees. They will be followed by the master's, specialist, and doctoral degrees. Students receiving a doctorate today are given a doctoral hood. Doctor of Philosophy candidates will be hooded by their major professor. Juris Doctor candidates will be hooded by College of Law Dean Aviva Abramovsky. Marshals, will you please escort our candidates to the stage?
Kenyon Coles, Bachelor of Science, Psychology.
Congratulations.
Michelle Angela Conrado, Bachelor of Science, Criminology. Natalia Jean Davis, Bachelor of Science, Criminology. Annalise Gonzalez, Bachelor of Business Administration. Ashley Hunt, Bachelor of Business Administration. Bailey A. Hall, Bachelor of Science, Criminology. Andrew Hunter Matthews, Bachelor of Interior Architecture and Design. Dylan M. Mortensen, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies. James Kirk Ross, Bachelor of General Studies, General Studies. Brianna Faith Ross, Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Grace Elizabeth Varner, Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Leadership and Science. Hugo Benjamin Wayland, Bachelor of Music, Music Performance, Instrumental Option.
Congratulations.
Jerry Marie Black Watts, Master of Natural Resources and Integrated Natural Resources. Amanda Rose Brown, Master of Science in Environmental Science. Mallory Roya Boshemi, Master of Architecture in Architecture. Summer Michaela Callie, Master of Natural Resources and Integrated Natural Resources. Holly Kayleen Clayton, Master of Education in Educational Leadership. Madigan Claire Duke, Master of Architecture in Architecture. Sierra Rady, Master of Architecture in Architecture. Savannah D. Fritz, Master of Education in Educational Leadership. Chelsea Guyana, Masters of Education. Julia Ann Garofalo, Master of Public Administration in Public Administration. Manuel Master of Education in Leadership. J.C. Shea Hammonds, Master of Architecture in Architecture. Tara Marie Hannaford, Master of Education, Educational Leadership. Kelsey Lynn Holloway, Master of Education in Educational Leadership. Tanya Hunt, Master of Education in Educational Leadership. Kristen Dene Jarvis, Master of Education, Educational Leadership. Mallory Hasso, Master of Architecture in Architecture. Sherilyn Cobflesh, Master of Education, Educational Leadership. Ashley Monique Kalinsky, Master of Education, Educational Leadership. Sarah Kuhn, Master of Natural Resources, Restoration, Ecology, and Habitat Management. Carlin Laraway, Master of Science, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership. Daniel Liera Huchim, Master of Science, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership. Thank you. Cindy Martinez, Master of Science, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership. Mirabel Okoa Martinez, Master of Science, Adult Organizational Leadership and Leadership. Jerry Lewis Martinez, Master of Science, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership. Alex John Maxwell, Master of Education, Educational Leadership. Haley L. McGregor, Master of Education, Educational Leadership. Mason Lee Miles, Master of Architecture, Architecture. Julie Christine Miller, Master of Education and Educational Leadership. Courtney Marie Mall, Master of Education, Special Education. Gracie Marcel Parsons, Master of Architecture in Architecture. Garrett Daniel Potts, Master of Engineering in Engineering Management. Kelsey Isabel Segrero, Master of Architecture in Architecture. Lisa Sawabi, Master of Architecture in Architecture. Noah Everett Smith, Master of Science in Environmental Science. Jeffrey Steinman, Master of Architecture in Architecture. David Joshua Tovez, Master of Education in Educational Leadership. Matthew James Trudeau, Master of Education in Educational Leadership. Patricia Flores Vandenberg, Master of Education in Educational Leadership. Spencer Young, Master of Education in Educational Leadership. Jill Marie Ayube, Education Specialist in Education Leadership. Rosa Kaylee Gonzalez, Educational Specialist in Educational Leadership. Nicole Guernsey Holgen, Educational Specialist in Educational Leadership. Kristen Louise McDaniel, Education Specialist in Educational Leadership.
Can we have our doctors come up, please? We're doing the PhDs, then the Juris Doctor. Sorry about that.
Nicole Huque, Doctor of Philosophy, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Master's Professor is being hooded by Master's Professor Daniele Tonia. Dissertation title, Hyperhelic flux and antecedent flow conditions influence the retention and release of fine sediment and nutrients from stream beds. Dara Leanne McCarthy, Doctor of Philosophy Education, hooded by Major Professor Penny Tenuto. Dissertation title, Leading with Authenticity, Alternative School Principles Perspectives of Emotional Activation and Subsequent Actions. Jacob Ryan Applin, Juris Doctorate, Law. Trenton Keith Arnold, Juris Doctor, Law. Julie M. Addinger, Juris Doctor, Law. Lila Khan Bangish, Juris Doctor, Law. Shelley Brooke Bangitter, Juris Doctor, Law, and Master of Public Administration. Brendan Connor Bell Taylor, Juris Doctor, Law.
Caitlin Marie Belt, Juris Doctor of Law in Business and Law and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Georgette Bisoka, Juris Doctor of Law. Do you want your middle name? Rachel Bottles, Juris Doctor of Law. Jordan Brown, Juris Doctor of Law. Dylan Thomas Calhoun, Juris Doctor of Law. Allison Page Carver, Juris Doctor of Law. Yvonne Alberto Casito, Juris Doctor of Law. Andrew Stephen Castro, Juris Doctor of Law.
Chen Chao Yu, Juris Doctor of Law, Business Law and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Ryan David Chisholm, Juris Doctor, Law. Nicolette Clark, Juris Doctor, Law, Native American Law emphasis. Hannah Margaret Clark, Juris Doctor, Law. Dalton Scott Curtis, Juris Doctor, Law. Carter Anthony Davis, Juris Doctor, Law. Brandon DePaz, Juris Doctor, Law. Courtney Michelle Deal, Juris Doctor, Law. Thank you. Luke Christopher Dominic, Juris Doctor, Law.
Megan Egbert, Juris Doctor, Law. Eric Nielsen Farner, Juris Doctor, Law. Casey Lynn Fitzgerald, Juris Doctor, Law. Carlos Anthony Galindo, Juris Doctor, Law. John Michael Gotilla, Juris Doctor, Law. Alyssa Michelle Goff, Juris Doctor, Law. Quilleen Pearl Greenwell, Juris Doctor, Law. Hunter Harrington, Juris Doctor, Law. Mateo Harris, Juris Doctor of Law. Madeline Quincy Hatch, Juris Doctor of Law. Austin Hayes, Juris Doctor of Law. Garrett Furman Hensley, Juris Doctor in Law.
Joshua Bruce Holmstead, Juris Doctor, Law. Brogan Dean Howard, Juris Doctorate, Law. Don H. Jorgensen, Juris Doctor, Law. Sarah E. Cayley, Juris Doctor, Law. Matthew Don Klein, Juris Doctor, Law, Business Law and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Peter J. Krantz, Juris Doctor, Law. Mitchell D. Lang, Juris Doctor, Law. John M. Langfield, Juris Doctor, Law, Business Law, and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Madison Siobhan Lehman Hillary, Juris Doctor, Law. Britt Anthony Lewis, Juris Doctor, Law.
Abigail Elizabeth Line, Juris Doctor in Law. Andrea Levuna, Juris Doctor in Law, Business Law, and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Thomas Brent Mackey, Juris Doctor of Law. Brandon Maffei, Juris Doctor of Law. Emiliana Marie McCormick, Juris Doctor of Law. Hunter B. McNair, Juris Doctor, Law. Shelley Miller, Juris Doctor, Law. Kyusei Moon, Juris Doctor, Law. George Bennett Moore, Juris Doctor, Law.
Faustine Aurora Moulton, Juris Doctor, Law. George Kanku Galamalume, Juris Doctor, Law, Business Law, and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Eric Ortega, Juris Doctor, Law, Business Law, and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Luz Sierra Peterson, Juris Doctor, Law, Business Law and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Erin Louise Papinga, Juris Doctor, Law. Brittany Randall, Juris Doctor, Law. Melissa Glasgow Riley, Juris Doctor, Law. Ashley Wardle Ritter, Juris Doctor, Law. Jenny Rose Robertson, Juris Doctor, Law. Omar Rojas, Juris Doctor, Law.
Isabel Ann Roop, Juris Doctor, Law, Business Law, and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Alexis Rose Saucedo, Juris Doctor, Law. Natalie Crystal Schmidt, Juris Doctor, Law. Brian Allen Seeger, Juris Doctor, Law, Business Law, and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Frederick Shema, Juris Doctor, Law. Russell Turner Schull, Juris Doctor, Law. Blakely Smythe, Juris Doctor, Law, Business Law, and Entrepreneurship emphasis. Ashley Elizabeth Snoke, Juris Doctor, Law. Austin Martin Sozinski, Juris Doctor, Law. Candace M. Spector, Juris Doctor, Law.
Jacob W. Steele, Juris Doctor, Law. Zachary Stevens, Juris Doctor, Law. Natalie Tanner, Juris Doctor, Law. Madison Lee Thomas, Juris Doctor, Law. Nicole Ellen Wagoner, Juris Doctor, Law. James B. Welcome, Juris Doctor, Law. Lewis Preston Witt, Juris Doctor, Law. Aaliyah Denali Yunt, Juris Doctor, Law. Tyler S. Zafiris, Juris Doctor, Law.
Congratulations, class of 2025. I'd like to ask Juan Luis Corona, Director at Large of the U of I Alumni Association Class of 2012, to come to the podium. Luis?
Founded in 1898, the University of Idaho Alumni Association is nearly as old as the institution. May I have all University of Idaho alumni in the audience and on the platform please stand. Graduates, you are now joining an elite loyal group of individuals now numbering over 117,000 strong. They are living and working and making a difference in Idaho, nationally, and around the globe. And now you, too, get to be part of the University of Idaho alumni family. Congratulations, and go Vandals!
Thank you, Juan. Appreciate it. As we near the end of our commencement ceremony, I would like to take a moment to show our appreciation to some of the individuals who made today possible. Thank you to Jessica Gunder and John Hinton for reading our graduates' names this evening. And thank you to Kelina Fleming for her beautiful, absolutely beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And now I wish to acknowledge and commend the faculty. Will our faculty please stand and remain standing? You provide the knowledge and mentorship to our students. You teach them, you advise them, you support our students to give them the tools they need to be successful. You are central to our land-grant mission of teaching, discovery, and service. Thank you for your dedication to our students and to the University of Idaho. You may be seated. Graduates, after the ceremony, please join your family and friends for a reception in the lobby, directly in back of us there. Please wait until the stage party has exited the seating area before you begin to recess. And finally, please join us in a special University of Idaho tradition, the singing of the alma mater. The words are located on page 68 in your program. And for those of you that got a sheet of paper when it came in, the words are on the back of that sheet as well. Please stand.